Right, hi everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new. Oh wait a minute, I've still got my earbud in. Yeah, microphone is on, should be working. Right, so yeah, welcome to the channel. If you're here all the time, you know the score, but if you're new, my name's Claire, not Crystal. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. Everything I do is channeling, clearing and healing energy. God and the guides, your loved ones in spirit, just depends who's around, the angels, power animals, yeah, light beings, just never any demons. Yes, speak through me. So, and if you want to join us for some mediumship, that is, I cannot believe it goes that quickly, but it's already Monday again tomorrow. So that's when I do something called Mediumship Monday. And that can either be very similar to what you're seeing me do here, or the loved ones in spirit can jump in, because that's what it's really all about. To me, I only really consider mediumship when there is a loved one in spirit communicating. So, but I just called it Mediumship Monday to be cute. But again, I always explain it like that because a lot of other people don't explain. A lot of people think just channeling is mediumship, and I don't. That's not how I separate in my head. So I always just like to share what it is to me. But anyway, so we're all different though, that's the beauty of everything. So that could be significant. So I'm shuffling the I'm shuffling the tarot. I can't even say the name of that one, but it's the one that always, it's my favourite one that makes me laugh. It begins with a W, I can tell you that much, but you can easily find it if you're interested in what the name is. That is one thing I'm not going to claim to be good at, guys. I've got hundreds and hundreds of tarot, well, I've got hundreds and hundreds of oracle decks, and I've definitely got a lot of tarot, possibly over 100 now. But I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of oracle decks that I've collected since I was very young. But yeah, when it comes to telling you the names of things, if the box is beside me, I'll find it. I usually do know the name of most of them, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not very organised. I'm not one of these people that's got all linked below and everything like that. I admire when people can be that organised. That ain't me. ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, all the rest of it, guys. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? You're just going to get the raw and real message of me. So anyway, I don't want to be sitting here too long. And yeah, I'm just going to be reminding myself I don't actually need to be carrying my voice that much. It was just I'm used to the way the setup is. It's a wee table right beside me. Like where I sit on the couch when I do the live streams. And basically, I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys, because this is going to mean something to someone, because everyone's part of the channel. And that table has been piled up with crap for 6 months anyway. I think it's been about 6 months. And that's why you haven't had, well, it's not why you haven't had any videos like from this angle, like with just the hands, but it's one of the reasons, because I've got a setup in my living room like that, and I've got a setup like that. Actually, you have had ones like this, but it'll just be when I've grabbed the phone. But not, not as many, because I used to, if you're new around here, I actually used to do daily ones like this as well. And I'm just weighing up whether I'm going to experiment with whether I want to do it like that. So it might just be now and again, or I might experiment with a bit of a daily one, especially because it's Cancer season. Cancer season for me is about being a bit more in my shell. It might not be this year. I don't know. I'll experiment, but it's usually because I like to be more. Well, it's not that I like to be. I'm more comfortable being out there in Leo season. That's my favourite. But I'm more comfortable being out there, and actually I don't really want to be on here too much. You know what I mean? Like, I actually want to go outside and stuff a lot of the time at Leo season. So, oh, interesting, right? As I was looking out the window, there's a couple of girls nearly stepped right in front of a car there. So it wasn't as serious as it sounds, but they might have pulled my eyes to that, because it might be a bit of a warning for someone to watch where you're going, watch what you're doing. It's actually the car's fault, because there's a big, massive car van thing that's parked, and it was stopping them from seeing. So something could be obstructing your view. And I just looked at 441 backwards, 144. I released a shorts today with these cards at 144. I pulled them before that. I pulled them about midday or something, but I just left it till 144 because that's what they guided me to do. But basically, yeah. So, I was kind of I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I hadn't actually long got up. I you know, I stayed up quite late, and then I just late. Like I said, I'm extra sleepy in Cancer season. Cancer season's about sleep, and it's my fourth house is in Pisces, so I'm just like sleepy sleeperson. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I pulled soon. I'm going to contact you soon, and then as I described on the shorts, I sensed that one was going to come out. So twin flame union soon, or soon twin flame union. So again, like I say all the time, take it with a pinch of salt, right? It's going to make sense to somebody at some point, who knows when, let it go kind of thing. Because like I said, even if that is for you, regardless your gender, you're going to be, if you're divine feminine, male or female, you're going to be so detached anyway, and that's why it's happened. And again, so detached doesn't mean you never think about your twin flame. If you're on the twin flame journey, just try fucking doing that. It doesn't work. You know, I mean, I like to keep it real around here because it's just that is a fact. But you'd be, you know, you'd be a comfortable state of in detachment. You know what I mean? Like going about your day, not obsessively thinking, when is this going to happen? That's when it's not going to happen. You know. So you might have some sort of passing fall, it might happen, and then, you know, you get on with it, and you know, you'll know how it works for you. But anyway, then when I was tidying up these cards, because like I said, that matters. It basically, you know, when I say a pile of crap, what it was the affirmations that I use every day, the bits of paper, and the you know, different tarot decks and oracle decks that I've just piled, you know, I've piled them on this table when I'm doing the live stream and when I'm doing this, and I just, you know, wasn't tidying up. So yeah, it was a big pile of crap. It was a big pile of clutter. So it's been nice to sort of shake off the cloth and you know, just chuck stuff in the rubbish and, you know, sort out the cards. And again, that is such a Virgo moon thing to do, because the moon is in Virgo right now. It's decluttering. And also the moon in Virgo, wait a minute, actually, I just want to, it was basically, before I look, I just want to check out the other placements. It's conjunct the South Node, you know what I mean? So, because the South Node is in Virgo, so the moon in Virgo is conjunct the South Node. The South Node is about the past, decluttering, releasing the past, and Virgo is about decluttering anyway. So when the South Node is in Virgo, to me, it's about decluttering, detoxing the past. So for me, it's quite interesting that synchronicity of there was a load of rubbish, you know, just all this stuff had piled up, and it felt quite good just to clear that, so that I've got another workspace, definitely for the days where I don't feel like being seen, that's one of them today, mostly just because it's a Sunday, and I definitely don't like doing my usual live streams on camera Saturday or Sunday. Again, whenever you see me doing a live stream on a Saturday or Sunday, it's because it's the way the moon has landed, and because I'm doing the live streams of the moon. So, but I quite like it when I've managed to organise that not happening. If I'm sounding distracted, it's just because I keep being drawn to things out the window. So you could have a lot of trickster distractions, because yeah, that was the point. This card really pulled my eyes in when I was tidying up those cards. And obviously there was a lot of cards, right? And that's the one that was guided to just sort of, you know, I just sort of chucked it beside these. Because I'm going to put them back in their decks, and I'm interested to see if they come out again. Because this is actually, on a Sunday, I actually focus on a past life reading, but the past life reading can still bring in the present, because it's past, present, future. I read the Akashic Records, and everything's all timeless, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, trickster, what that reminds me of is this is the coyote. And coyote medicine, like I've explained for years, it can be a very annoying thing. It can be a trickster. Gemini, Mercury, Gemini energy is the trickster. And Mercury has just went to Leo, right? So Mercury and Leo, full stop, dramatic, right? Fun, very entertaining, but it can be very dramatic. And because it literally just went there on Thursday and we're only on Sunday, it's in the early degrees, so it can be extra dramatic, right? But again, lots of fun too. It could work. It just depends with what flavour is going on around you, and in what context. Because things could be extra dramatic and outrageous and cringy ways, you know what I mean? So it really just depends. But like, actually, it's quite funny because they were just pulling me to, well, first of all, they're pulling me a card down. I can't believe they're going to get it, but they're pulling me I think I'm meant to. Look what they're pulling me to. this is one of the cards that was hanging about under that pile, always partying. So, you know what I mean? There could be something about things to do with drink or always partying. Like, definitely that's, like, I could take that many ways. Like, that is a very, Mercury and Leo is a very fun energy. So, like I said, when I was channeling on the Friday, you know, a Saturday night on a Leo moon is, well, that's my type of Saturday night. You know what I mean? If I was in the mood for, definitely if I was in the mood for having fun and going dancing, you know, which most of the time I'm not, I'm going to be honest, but that's what I was like when I was younger, right? I love to dance, I love to be out and about, and if I'm honest, it wasn't even really so much about going out chasing guys or anything. I just love to be out dancing with my pals. Like, I'm sorry, it's a bit boring, but again, I have got Saturn in my first house, and when I was wanting to see guys, I think we all know who I was always wanting to see. You know, again, I'm not going to say I'm exciting in that way. I was quite predictable and boring in that way, but right. So basically, yeah. But this is really coming to mind because just be mindful of tricksters around you that could be trying to distract you from this, right? So that can mean loads of things. That can be obviously other romantic distractions, or that could be anyone around you that is, you know, just trying to distract you away from what would keep you in balance of attracting this into your life. Or if you're the masculine, going towards what you want, which is the union for whoever this is going to make sense with. What else? I think that's it all, but also we go into the pre-shadow of the Mercury retrograde in Leo. So remember what I said, Mercury in Leo full stop, very dramatic. But very, again, it doesn't need to be a bad thing, it can be fun, but it's just going to get your attention, you know what I mean? And like I said, that could be annoying. If, like, it's like everything in balance, you know what I mean? Like, what I've noticed throughout my life is, like, with Leo placements, it's if you've got them yourself, you've got to keep them in balance. But if you've got people around you with that, you'll get what I mean. Like, it's people that like, they command, they want all the attention. So you've got to kind of be mindful of the balance of that. But yeah, there's loads of important things that people need to do in the world where it's good to get people's attention, you know what I mean? To, like, again, for instance, so we'll pick on me. I've got a mid-heaven in Leo, and I'm aware that because the rest of me is very introvert and can't really be bothered being seen, and just, you know, like, why the fuck do I have to do this? That's why I took years to push through all of that, and that's why I'm good at helping other people push through their fears to be seen. I just know astrology, and I knew having that placement, I was going to have to get over it, you know what I mean? Because I need to be seen to be able to help people on their healing journey, to be able to empower people to heal themselves, you know, and teach people about soul retrieval and all the other things that I do. So, and obviously the twin flame journey, and be a genuine voice in the twin flame community, you know, but I don't really include myself in the twin flame community. We're in our own twin flame community, and welcome if you found us and joined us. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you find here, then it's a secret little part of twin flame land that not many people have found. And yes, we're glad to have you here. And it's not just my channel, it's our channel. But yeah, just be mindful that Mercury retrograde is coming about. Don't quote me on the exact dates, but I think it's like the 18th of July, and then till about the, what was it again? Was it 11th or the 15th of August? Something like that, right? That's when it's actually in retrograde. But the pre-shadow starts this week. It's either tomorrow or Tuesday. That the pre-shadow, so you might start seeing signs of fuckery, trickery, you know, just confusion, illusion. And also, I'll talk about that later on, but talking about confusion, illusion, we've also got Neptune going retrograde, which is going to bring, like, because it's in Aries too, which, remember, it hasn't been there for too long, that's going to bring about just wow, eye-opening truth, I would say, because Aries brings the truth. And I just think it's going to be further adding to what Neptune in Aries has already done, but it's going to be giving you, basically, retrograde energy, right? Retrograde energy gets a bad rap from Mercury retrograde mainly, but Mercury retrograde isn't all bad. I was born with Mercury retrograde, and I was born with 5 other retrogrades. Side note, having 5 or 6 retrogrades, definitely 6 retrogrades like me, but even the 5, really, it's really quite rare. You know, it's not something you see all the time. Although I have come across other clients, and I've got, actually, one of my best friends has got 5 as well. But it's quite rare, you know, and it usually is people that I've noticed will have some sort of superpowers / difficulties like me, like dyslexia and dyspraxia and ADHD and stuff like that. Not always, but I would say so. But you might also have some extra supernatural gifts, like similar to what I have, like clairs and blah, blah, blah. And just be able to see things in a different way, you know, to really be able to help people. So like I've described before, I've got Mercury retrograde in Taurus, which is an earth sign, and it's in the house of Virgo, also an earth sign. So amongst all my super mystical, magical, supernaturalness, I don't know why I keep saying supernatural. That must be a significant word to someone. I don't usually use that word, but that is what's coming through. As much, I don't usually use that word when I'm describing my gifts. And I don't even like to even say all my gifts. So these are words that use my, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just going, it's quite funny that it keeps coming out like that. Yeah, it's very practical. It's, you know, I wouldn't say it's the only practical part of me, but it is a big practical part of me. And I've said this before, but they're getting me to say it like it was an astrologer, another fellow astrologer medium that I was friends with, one of the many on Facebook. So this is like basically 10 years ago. She had said to me that when I asked, like, what is it that people get from me? Like, I put a post out saying, like, what is it that you think I'm here to do? You know, and I loved when she wrote, I feel that you bring astrology down to earth in a really practical, grounded way. You know, like you bring the magic of astrology down there. And I was like, I've never forgot her saying it. I really loved that. Oh my God, guys, look what, wow. That's what I landed on when I was shuffling all of them. Oh, wait a minute, I think we've got the thumbnail. So again, yeah, I think this is, so anyway, that must have just been for some of the new people. I'm going to finish what I was saying there though. Yeah, I think with the upcoming Neptune retrograde and which like I said, that isn't until later on in the week. So it's like towards next weekend. And then we'll also have, well, the big thing is Uranus going into Gemini, so that's a really big thing I'll talk about near the time. But yeah, we'll have Venus conjunct Uranus, which is going to be, I feel it's just going to bring about like big surprises and shocks in the area of love, and then it's going to have a lot to do with the Neptune retrograde shaking shit up, as I looked at 1717, Hope and Healing. So we'll talk about that near the time, but it is worth mentioning because that will already be well into the pre-shadow of Mercury and Leo shaking shit up. And also, not to mention, that day I've just spoke about, towards the end of the week, that's actually Scorpio moon. That is not the next time I'm live, but I'm just looking, so that's how far I've planned ahead, guys. Yeah, so if you're watching this on the Sunday night, which is when it's intended for, depends when it uploads, I'll be doing the Virgo 6th house live stream tomorrow on the Monday. I'll start with Mediumship Monday about 7:30 roughly, but I will try and be like on time. 7:30, I usually am, unless something else has happened. 7:30 UK time, GMT. Oh, well, the same thing. And then right after that, I'll do the Virgo 6th house. You don't need to have Virgo somewhere in your chart. In fact, basically, everyone's got Virgo in their chart. Everyone's got a 6th house. It doesn't matter if you've got planets. We've all got that energy. Everyday routine, ritual, healing, health. Usually stuff about health comes up. And like I said, because my sun in Aries is in the 6th house, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to things to do with healing and health and all of that. We usually all have quite a rich chat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like rich in the way of it's really quite interesting. It's like I'm sharing my insights and knowledge and experience and things I'm testing out for myself. Like, you know, just with balancing hormones and weight release, and because it's not weight loss. If you're new, weight loss means that you want to find it again. We don't want to find it. I don't want to find it again. If you're on a different journey of needing to gain weight because you've got issues in that area, please, you know, seek the support you need. I can help you. Whether you want to release weight or put on weight, I can help you with that. You know what I mean? But always be mindful with of your own situation. And common sense, but it needs to be said. I just looked at 1919. That's the sun card twice. Happy moments come in. That's what this all looks like. But yeah, anyway, that's tomorrow. And yeah, so I'll do that on Monday. And then I'll be doing Libra 7th house, that's union energy, on Wednesday night. And then, yeah, so it's like I'm on one, off one, on one, off one. And that's, I like that. I like it when it goes like that. But I'll be on for Scorpio moon, 8th house, sacred union, sexual union energy on Friday night from 9 o'clock. That's the plan just now, anyway. So then I'll talk more about the aspects I just mentioned. But anyway, let's get on with this because I didn't mean all that to be too long, but it's going to be part of it. So yeah, I feel currently someone has been trying to make a choice. What's behind that? Oh, look, a King of Wands has been trying to make a choice, make a decision about a union. And it's like, you know, there's going to be contact coming in about you being a wish fulfillment for a new beginning. Someone's healed their heart, coming out of the cold from a manipulative Queen of Cups, whoever that is, female energy. And again, guys, you know, right, look, sometimes I'm going to say, I'm just I'm a bit of a rebel, right? My moon is conjunct Uranus. And like, you know, when it comes on the twin flame journey, when it comes to masculine and feminine, the masculine can be male or female and the feminine can be male or female. But sometimes when I'm doing the tarot, like if it's a woman on the card, it's a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you want to change it, you can change it. But when I felt that was a manipulative female energy, that's what it is. So I'm just like, so anyway, but yeah, look, so I feel like some sort of manipulative female energy has been trying to delay somebody coming towards you. Yeah, look, a group was working against somebody that could have been led by a female. Look how the phone just fucked up like that too. Just saw my little workstation with my pens that probably don't work. Anyway, yes, somebody's ego's been humbled. Yeah, look, at some point, oh look, a Queen of Swords. Look, so again, Queen of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, manipulative, nasty-tongued fucker. If it's the same person, stop somebody coming towards. Yeah, look, Queen of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Now that's quite. Look at that. That doesn't fucking happen too often, guys. The messages are coming in too quick here. I wasn't actually meaning to do the cards like I was going to actually be shuffling in front of you, but anyway, that I was shuffling them and then that's the way it landed, so it must be the message. Two things are coming in with this. I feel that's the karmic energy and that's the twin flame. But it could be as well that if a karmic energy was particularly manipulative and nasty-tongued, just an all-right, not very nice person, to be honest, in their shadow big time and not healing it, and shady, that was the energy. You know what I mean? Spiteful, nasty, manipulative, turning on the tears to get someone to stay, all that kind of shit. But I more feel they're saying that's the divine masculine going towards the divine feminine with the truth. But you could be a bit guarded because she's in reverse. Or they're feeling you're going to be like that. So anyway, let's actually shuffle and see what comes out again, because I was just going to put all these ones away and see if they come out again. This actually might, in hindsight, be a bit of a longer video, but that's all right. Like I said, because I've tidied up this, and because of the Virgo moon. So again, if this does get out at some point tonight, and it's, you know, it's still Virgo moon on the Monday, Tuesday it must be. Let me check. And there's a wee text just came in from my mum. You didn't hear it because it's on silent. I'm actually, oh no, it's not on silent. I don't know why it didn't make a noise. What have we got here? Sorry, I'm on the squeaky couch, so you're going to hear it because of the mic. But yeah, so Monday, yeah, it's basically Monday because it's very early in the morning, like 6:45 UK time. The moon goes into Libra on Tuesday. Oh wait a minute, I'm looking at, sorry, ignore all of that. I'm looking at the end of the month. Yeah, so what are we on? Yeah, so the moon is in Virgo until actually the end of the day on Tuesday. So it moves into Libra 16 minutes past 10 at night on Tuesday, if you're interested. Anyway, let's just, I'm going to pause this and text back my mum. But again, before I text back my mum, what I just want to say is it matters whenever I get a text or someone turns up at the door, like usually Amazon or something, it always means like communication. So it goes with that card about, I'm going to contact you soon. So, a minute. Right, anyway, let's go on with this, because it is what it is. If it's long, it's long. It doesn't really matter. Right. What we do? Let's go with the past life theme that I try to stick to on a Sunday. Because if you're new around here, past lives are a speciality of mine, and I'm going to be more focused on it when it's Cancer season right now, because that is about the past. And then, like I said, because my 4th house is in Pisces, that is also the past. So that's why I've got a huge interest in the past. That's one of the reasons. Let's get a scripture. We've got, peace I leave you with, my peace I give to you, John 14:27. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made in weakness. Corinthians 12:9. So I can see the 12th of September or the 9th of December there. Right. So, again, can't be everybody's. So, like I said, the modern bits of the message, the bits that feel present, could make sense for anyone. The past life bits could also make sense for anyone, but just use your common sense. You know, it's a bit of fun, but it can be very real too. And anyway, at the end of the day, this is all just entertainment. Right. Got to be responsible for your own personal decisions. It's general. I know for those of you that feel very connected and close to me, it can feel like it's your message every day, but I do like to give people a bit of that reality check. It is not your message every day, okay? So please remember to have that reality check for yourself. Because if it was your reality every day, you would be coming into union every day. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not everyone's every day. And this isn't also for today. I'm just doing it today. So confusing, guys. But also, but it could be someone's today. That's the other magical thing about all this, isn't it? It's like it could be someone's today, but is it yours? I don't know. We'll find out after. So it's Mercury opposite Pluto. So when I'm talking about the reality check thing, that is good for a reality check, you know, it's piercing truth, whatever sign it's in. So for instance, that's one of my natal placements. So that's why I'm good at getting down to the truth of things. And I'm very obsessive about astrology and all the other things you see me talk about, do you know what I mean? And again, I'm not obsessed with Twinflame journey. I have to fucking talk about it. It's literally it's mapped out in my chart, like it's what I'm here to do. And it gets on my tits, so sometimes I have to have a bit of a break, but it's, you know, it's not really a break, is it? Yeah. So anyway, you know what, I'm actually going to put this here. Let's put the like I said, yin yang journey. That's my life, balancing my own masculine feminine energy and helping others balance their own masculine feminine energy is my life. Twin Flames is all the people that I help, online, offline. It's always been that way. I didn't pick it that way, but obviously my soul and God picked it that way. Right, so let's get past life energy. But yeah, basically Mercury in Leo, opposite Pluto in Aquarius. That could be giving you some piercing reality checks and truths to look at, you know, to uncover. So, and it can be just very good detective sort of work, you know, like, again, just like I said, I've got that placement, so it's similar to what you see me do, getting down the truth of things. And it could be dramatic with Mercury in Leo, and because Pluto's in Aquarius, that's shocking surprises. So you see how it's all building up to the energy that I said that's around towards the start of next weekend. Neptune going retrograde and Venus conjunct Uranus. Lots of big stuff, right? Give us the energy of the feminine, male or female, and we'll home in on a small group of people that are going through this. Might be you, might not. Just enjoy the show. Oh look, knighthood again. So that's it. I'll get that. Wait a minute. I'll get that deck because that came out. So I'm saying, oh look, because on the what one was it? It was either the one for Leo or Cancer. Knight and Prince came out like back to back, near enough, or on the same live stream. So I'm now shuffling that deck. Guys, I'll try and do it in front of you, but it's kind of awkward the way I'm sitting here. Let's just... What else can you tell us from this deck then? What the fuck? How annoyed would I have been if I hadn't... Now, I would have been so annoyed if I hadn't said that before, but there it is again. So notice how, although I was asking about the feminine energy, sometimes it happens like that they start telling us what's coming towards the feminine energy. Unless you resonate as being a feminine, male or female, there was some kind of knight and a prince. That could be the case too. I'm actually going to put it on this side because this is my feminine energy side that that's masculine. Just right. So what's interesting is I literally only just put that card back in because that was also under the pile of crap. So a knight in shining armour, a prince, romantic charm, potential for power is coming. Look, he's holding flowers behind his back. Is coming towards a feminine, a king of wands. Did I shuffle him again? No. So look, they didn't want me to shuffle because the king of wands is coming. A lover, a king of wands lover boy is coming towards their divine feminine. God, the thumbnail options. This is hilarious. But then look, Thief is behind it. A king, visionary. All of them are sticking out here. Yeah, again, look, that one, remember, this is the one, the card that keeps annoying me until that, like what I just said about Mercury opposite Pluto, until that finds enough people that it makes sense, so it's going to keep coming out. Stealing money, creative ideas, affection, and other powers you think you lack. So again, I feel there's a bit of major copycat energies going on in all areas of life where people are lifting people's original ideas or something like that. But yeah, sheds light on potential wealth within you. It can never be stolen. So even if there is, people can try to be you, but they ain't never going to be you. You know, whether you're male or female, there's only one you, and you just got to own it. So people like that haven't got a life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's people. Usually, people that are doing weird shit. It's not usually, but it's people that do. It's all types of people. The people that kind of do things like that with AI and stuff like that, or it can just be more normal sort of like, yeah, people that they lack their own originality, so they lift other people's ideas. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do feel a lover is coming to it, but I feel they're trying to say like I feel it's copycat energy in the way of like a lover was, because that's about a choice. I feel that King of Wands was like torn away into a karmic situation. So we'll see how that comes into this. But I just wanted to get them because and that's cool how that they've chucked that out when I just said it, because look how many cards, the chances. So just feels like they're trying to say there's a very romantic energy where you could have a very strong past life awareness with this person. That's the way I would take that. Give us the energy of the masculine, although you already have, but that's the energy. Yeah, basically anything else we need to know. Greco-Roman, so that could have some sort of meaning. High priest or priestess. So again, I feel what they're saying here is this divine masculine energy group have come into their high priest or priestess self. They're having strong awareness of their past life and memories. Now that's interesting, orphan, because what the heck was that? The bigger card out of the Wisdom of the Oracle, the orphaned one was kicking about. I don't know, it's somewhere over there now. But that's, you must have made me just see that when I was tidying up. To 33 as well, come to Jesus moment. Somebody's having a major epiphany, awakening, come to Jesus moment. Could be real time with the Mercury opposite Pluto, like I've just described, a dramatic, surprising, shocking, or there could be some dramatic, surprising, shocking communication, like enlightening communication. Somebody could be having a come to Jesus moment just themselves, or some kind of shock communication could be coming towards you. You see with that one. What else have we got here? I don't feel guided to baby. So again, something about a baby. So either you could have been, you know, there could have been something about a baby in a past life. Maybe you've had a baby together, Native American, or like what I usually say is you could have been like an important baby or something like that in time. But it's kind of reminding me of the Golden Child actually, and actually that's quite interesting. That was on the telly just literally, it might have even just been last night. I didn't watch it because once you've seen it once, I'm not really interested in watching it again. But long story short, the Golden Child is all about, they're trying to steal this. Oh yeah, thief. They're trying to steal this child because they've got magical supernatural abilities. Oh my God, that See what I mean? That's why they kept making me say supernatural. That's what, by the way, I'm not being funny, guys. If you've been here the whole time I've done this, right, you'll get what I'm saying. There's something about when I do the videos this way. It's not that I like it better than when I do it on the live streams, but it's different, you know what I mean? So I do like doing these ones too. But for me doing it anyway, but it's just I can kind of go more in depth, you know what I mean? I'm not like it's nice for me to chat to you one-to-one when you can see me, but it's actually quite nice to do it this way too, because you get to see the cards, and I like that too, you know what I mean? So anyway, so you can let me know though. But yeah, biblical, like that's what I was getting, like usually when baby comes out, do you know what I mean? Biblical, this could be like, you know, well, again, biblical reminds me of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. That is obviously my strong guides that I talk about all the time. They're pulling me. And again, these could be guides of yours too. These are definitely guides that are guiding these unions together anyway. But it reminds me of all that stuff about all the having to get away because people are like, you know, after you or your family, you know what I mean? That's what, yeah, anyway, so it's whatever, biblical, yeah, I get what they're saying. Unrequited love. Now that's funny because I saw that and I shuffled and it came out again. I feel I feel what it is, right? Because I always thought these, I feel in a past life, like, I feel somebody has turned their back on like a really biblical love. Could have like left you, oh my God, baby orphan. Could have like left, well, a baby could have actually been left orphaned. You know what I mean? And that could resonate in a past life, you know, again. And the thing is, if that's, this is the thing, this is why they want me to do the past life readings at least once a week, if, you know, but I actually do it every day, because when I tap in, I do the past life energy. But, because if that really struck a chord with somebody, we could actually do a past life regression. And it'd always be really interesting to see how closely someone's past life regression resonated with this stuff. But anyway, I feel that's what it is. All these different bits, I feel, could be connections to Native American, Greco-Roman, you know, and somebody could have been left orphaned. Either you or, look, Egypt as well, Isis and Osiris energy. Ships, I always connect that with the galactic ships. Vows, you know what I mean? But it's in reverse, like some... Anyway, I know I'm kind of half finishing my sentence, but let's just, because again, you could see I could sit there all day with them, whatever all that means. Right. Let's just get a few more cards from here. Could you tell us a wee bit more about the feminine? Prince Knight, again. So you know what I mean? Loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honour. You've got a prince, a knight, a king of wands, you know, you've got a love of honour coming towards you, divine feminine. So we keep this divine feminines, all this group of divine feminines must be extra mysterious, because I keep asking about you and they just keep telling me what's coming towards you. Masculine, or might tell us about karmic energies or something, I don't know. Especially because I just said that, but lover, wow. See how they got me to grab it again, because it's the same cards coming out. There is a lover, a knight in shining armour coming towards somebody with great passion, devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And it's good that they're coming out, but they were sabotaged. Your lover was sabotaged. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So I think that's what's been highlighted for this lover. How making changes would bring empowerment to their life, but also what they're saying is someone was sabotaged the lover. Induces self-destructive behaviour, desire to undermine others. Yeah, somebody sabotaged this divine masculine, a trickster. Oh my God. Remember the trickster card with the coyote? Manipulating others. Yeah, somebody tricked this lover. And it could have been like, again, I feel that's whatever the manipulative energy was. Slave. Child, orphan. Wow. Detective. See what I mean? The detective, that's what I meant about the, you know, Mercury opposite Pluto is what the energy is doing today, but that is also the placement I've got natally. And some of you might have it, but it's like this all's going to mean something to someone. But I've got it. Look, it's seeker guide. I feel somebody's sought out the truth, and it's got something to do with feeling out in the cold. Right, thumbnail options are going crazy in my mind here. Oh my god, do you know what they just made me do as well? I literally just looked down at my phone. Oh no, it's changed. Well, anyway, never mind. It's 1805. It's 1805 now, but it was 1804, which if you're new around here, 1804 means union, because 1804 is also my birthday, and that it correlates to the Four of Wands and Tarot, which is commonly known as the Union card, as well as lots of other things about building a foundation and stuff. But yeah, the fact that they made me look the total opposite way to see my phone at 1804 is backing up the stuff about Twinflame Union. So now that we've got a wee bit about the past life bit, we've ticked off that box in my head. So let's although I still might use some past lifey cards because they're sitting here. Like for instance, let's just get now these were cards that they've been lost under a pile for a while, and when I was doing the past life readings, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, whenever it was, I was doing them quite in depth. I was using these cards and I love them because I've honestly never seen anybody else using these. So you know what I mean. I like that when it's just unique. You know, it's a bit different. What have we got for the past life energy for the feminine? So a guide that might be around them. So wow, oh my god, guys, see that's what I was getting at with the baby. Like fucking, do you know what I mean? Jeez, and I keep going to say Jesus, Joseph, Mary, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, holding the baby. Wow, strong Jesus energy is coming through here. Divine creation. So yeah. So again, I really do feel you resonate very strongly with these energies. Mary Magdalene and Jesus, God, Mother Mary, all the energies that I resonate very strongly with. So have nuts with baby coming out in biblical. But that's exactly what that card, see, that's why they got me using. So that card's just totally backing up what I was feeling. Right, okay, masculine. St. Lucy, fierce strength. So the masculine is in her eyes are quite creepy. Do you know what? Oh my god, she's a seer. Look, her eyes are on her hands. That's quite interesting. I don't know where the guidebook is. It's somewhere. But I'm going to be honest, right? So again, I feel the masculine's in fierce strength, King of Wands, going towards the union, and the divine feminine is strongly got all these very biblical guides around you, and please watch out. There's something about if you've already got a young child, or you're still of childbearing age, whatever it is, there's something about it's these new earth babies. That's really why unions get stopped from happening. It's because of the power that your children have to change the world. You know what I mean? Like their frequencies. It's strong, powerful energy. So it's just nuts, isn't it? That's why they made me see that the golden child was on, because I've channeled about the golden child loads over the years, but I did happen to see that was on yesterday. So like I said, and it's just in general, like I said, the child has got supernatural gifts of healing, and they're all after the child. So it's the Eddie Murphy character has to save I think it was a wee boy. So but anyway, I feel though when I looked at that too, that looks like a demon. So that's not what the card's about. It's meant to be about psychic and a seer and stuff. But so first of all, I feel the masculine energy could be really tapping into those high, like that other deck said, the high priest, priestess, seer gifts. If you hadn't already been aware of that before, 10th of July could be significant too, because there's a wee 10. Oh, that's the full moon Capricorn. So some kind of karmic cycle is finishing, and there's a 7 on there. So the 7th of July, 7/7 portal could be significant as well. So the 7th of the 10th, basically the energy building up to the full moon in Capricorn is significant here. But I feel that's the trickster energy. I feel somebody like trick somebody. That's what I'm getting, because it's more because her eyes are, it's creeping me out. It's like, that's the trickster energy, basically. Edgar Casey, there's one of my main guides. So this happens all the time when I use these cards, because there's Edgar Casey and Joan of Arc are in here, and these are like my main guides that are ones that, again, I don't ever, they'll be Mary Magdalene, Jesus. Okay, there's gonna be loads of people that connect with them, right? But Edgar Casey and a few Edgar Casey too. But Edgar Casey and Joan of Arc, I don't really get many people sort of saying that even in sessions, but yeah, I feel that's what I mean. There is lots of messages coming in, lots of downloads. Right, okay. Present energy. But basically what I'm saying is the guides that work with me love to gate crash when I use any of the cards, so it's quite funny. But it makes sense, like attracts like. So either you resonate with some of these two or you don't. Just take what resonates. Right, so I feel if you're the Divine Feminine, currently you're working hard on watering your own garden, you know what I mean? And I feel the masculine's trying to gain balance with whatever's going on in their life. So tell us something else about the feminine. And they seem to be chucking out the cards, as you're noticing. Right, okay, so something's coming to light very soon for you. I feel, because again, the Seven of Swords isn't always sneaky, shady shit, right? Although it can be. Something that's been hidden from you is going to be coming to light. And it could be about a betrayal. So, or basically, right, I feel what they're saying is, for the feminine, something that's been hidden from you, a painful ending or a painful betrayal, is going to be coming to light. So this is why I think you've been working hard on your healing, because the sunflower to me is about growing up through adversity to face the light. So I feel you've been working hard on your healing, and it could be healing from whatever this is. And I feel you're about to find out like what that's all been about and what was going on with your twin flame, and whoever this is going to resonate with. But again, it's left this person out of balance too, whatever this was that caused this separation. Again, it's divine timing, but there's usually things that happen. So what have we got? What else about the masculine? Yes, the masculine is gaining balance, and I feel, although this is in reverse, right, I feel they're saying the masculine was out of balance, possibly still could be with huge revelations and transformations going on, but they're going to quickly be feeling like they've got everything. Everything after healing. Like, so this person's going to go from being out of balance to feeling like they've healed enough to feel like the magician, like they've I've got everything inside me to make this happen. Being pulled into the infinity symbol, to walk away from this karmic situation. I'm moving on. I've learned the lessons I need to learn. It's again, this is, like I said, although I'm channeling this on the 29th of June, it is given kind of like Capricorn full moon energy. That's what it feels like. It's wrapping up the cycles towards that. But remember, this can happen whenever. I just mentioned astrology because it's my thing. This King of Wands. So see, it's came back to the same guy at the start. And again, I say guy, but remember, this could equally be a masculine that is in this could be a divine masculine that's a female that's going through stuff, and you can just sort it out in your own head, but that's what's coming up in the cards. But also what I'm seeing there is, I feel you could be the divine feminine working hard on your healing, and you're walking away, or this person feels like you're walking away from them, and they're like, oh no you don't, because I'm totally seeing that in those cards as well. Feels like you're leaving me behind vibes, so I'm coming rushing in, you know what I mean? So it's like, this person's rushing towards you. Again, it does feel like a group's been holding them back, a karmic group. Kind of like, it's time to get over that, stop thinking about your soulmate, stop dreaming about the past. That's something you need to let go of. And this person's like, I can't, they're my 10 of cups, they're my happily ever after. That's the only thing that makes me passionate. That's the only thing that I want to grow and build a long-lasting family environment with. It's not with the devil. That's what I'm waking up to. There's secrets coming out. This is major spell work. There's a Queen of Wands in reverse. So what else did I just see there too that made me think spell work? Oh, it's the same order of cards actually. It's coming out. Look, so I think they're just saying this is all the distractions. So the fact that we've got somebody, that was me narrating. Like, that's when they're doing that, they're talking through me. That was a karmic group that has been like, get over that person from the past. It's not meant to be. It's a bit of a dream. And then this person's went through their own ego death transformation, being like, well, how come that's the only thing I'm passionate about? And remember, what I always say about this is why this is my favourite deck. It's not why, but I love all the cards in this deck. Ace of Wands is usually very phallic, right? But this one has got a wee tree growing. So it indicates this person is very passionate, but they also want to grow something stable and secure. And also the Ten of Cups is a happily ever after. Happy families, but it's happily ever after, dreams come true in general. This person's having their own ego death, waking up to the devil. And secrets coming out. Like, I feel this person's waking up to the manipulation, the devil influence around them, the karmic energies, whoever that might be. Queen of Wands in reverse again. Queen of Wands upright, passionate, fiery. You wouldn't fuck with them, but it's somebody, very magnetic. It's, again, and bear in mind, this is all centered around a King of Wands. So what's interesting to me here is we've got, that's upright, but basically Queen of Wands in reverse is like, think about all those things reversed. It would be like fiery, passionate, angry, jealous, I would even say, like spiteful, nasty. These are the words that always come to me in any of the ones that are reversed, but it would be a force to be reckoned with, but not in a good way, so that'd be, I think somebody could have unleashed the ugly side, a karmic energy to unleash the ugly side of them, you know what I mean? Like, somebody saw the ugly side of somebody here, wanting to come out of conflict. And again, look, another Queen of Swords in reverse here, so like a nasty, spiteful energy, and that's basically, it feels like whatever I'm picking up on, this karmic energy is like basically waking this person up to what they do want, which is to be happy and to build a legacy. But they've been feeling blocked with, I feel it's whoever's been holding this person back. But now they're feeling victorious, feeling like their luck's changing, coming out of hermit mode after the ego death, and wanting to make their next move, coming in romantically. Look, this person's been taking their time. They're aware that a truth has been held back, but they want to come in offering a lot. You're their wish fulfillment. They want a new beginning. They're healing. This is the same order I shuffled, and it's come out the same as earlier. After healing their heart and coming out of some heartbreak. So again, whoever this is resonating with, you'll know what it's all about. But somebody's broke this person's heart. A situation has broke this person's heart, and finding out the truth has broke this person's heart. And it feels like the revelation that's coming through, when I tie it in the shorts too, someone's like, I've been tricked, Trickster came out twice. I've been tricked, I've been manipulated, I can now see the truth. Or maybe it's this person was lying and tricking themselves too. Again, could go back to that, always partying, you know what I mean? So somebody could have been living a lie, stuck in that kind of energy. Now they want to come out from out the cold. They're bored, discontented with whatever's been going on. There could be some type of apology. This person means business. Again, there's a manipulative energy that was holding someone back. This could be lots of different energies. Yeah, confusing them, causing illusions, fighting, arguing, conflict, delaying things, delaying the person from coming forward with the truth. But now they're the Emperor, and it's Judgment Day. They're a bit of a wounded warrior. There's been a lot of sadness, grief, despair is what I'm hearing. They could have been keeping an eye on the Divine Feminine while that's all going on, watching the Divine Feminine being single. Let's give these a good old shuffle. Could you tell us something about the Divine Feminine? That's a lot about the masculine. So somebody that's single, doing your thing, working hard. Look, 8 of Pentacles. Now you can be working hard for your coin, your pennies, your work, whatever. It doesn't need to be about money, but yeah, look, the Empress. Why is the Empress coming out? I don't usually read sideways cards, but I feel guided to just now. It's like you're on your own. That's what I'm getting from that. You're the Divine Feminine energy, but the Empress. Do you know what I think it is? Before I started recording, when I was shuffling earlier, I pulled the Empress, and then I pulled the Emperor, and it was quite a similar message I was getting. It was like, this Emperor's coming towards the Empress, but it feels like, you could be an Empress that's working hard. You're working hard to distract yourself from the pain of the journey, and where there's either some secrets come out about a betrayal or why this betrayal happened, whatever the betrayal is. The betrayal could just be the person not telling you the truth, but it'll be a whole lot more for lots of you. It depends what's going on here. But, or this is what's coming towards you. The truth's going to come out about some kind of betrayal. And yeah, you're putting work in to be the Empress, but I think it came out kind of not making its mind up whether it was reversed or upright, because it's like, I feel it's hard. That's what they're telling me. It's hard work for you because you should have the Emperor beside you. Now, the Emperor's not going to come out because he's here, isn't it? So let's put him back, because that's, but again, I love using the tarot, right? But we're going to leave him out, however it fits. But I get so deep into it that it's like, which is not a bad thing, but I wanted it to be anyway. I can do short videos. I'm going to keep trying to do, basically, because what I was thinking was earlier is, I'll just ask you now, the polls, people don't always pay attention to the polls, but if I try to do like a 15-minute video, like a check-in on top of, what I've been doing with the live streams with the signs, would that be something you would want to see, basically? And again, 15 minutes, it might sometimes be a 30 minutes and an hour, but I want to trial with the 15 minutes because that's something I've done in the past, but I haven't done it for a while because you can see it's hard for me. So, I mean, again, the tarot, I just get to, like I said, I go to that. What do we need to know about this Empress? It's working hard. You're working hard to also, all the shit about the baby. So remember, this doesn't need to be literal babies. This can be you're protecting a new beginning. But for some people, it can be things to do with actual babies and stuff or whatever. Or, young children you've already got, or young children that are going to, children that aren't born yet. Like, you have to protect these children because of your frequency. But it's like, she is pregnant on that card. So do you know what I mean? It's like, let's see. Yeah, again, you've humbled somebody. You've given them the strength to get through whatever they're going through. They were confused, traumatized, having sleepless nights. They've got the clarity that they want to give to you after third-party distractions. They realise you're their wish fulfillment, dream come true. They've got their shit together, or getting their shit together. They're coming out hermit. Same card, isn't it? Look, coming forward is the Knight of Cups. They're about to make their move. They're like, am I fuck blocked? I'm going over this regardless. Any blocks are not stopping them. There's the Fool, new beginnings. And that's the card that always makes me laugh because it's moving on. But I feel in this case, it's like what I said, that's a Divine Feminine, like, fuck this person's not coming. And it's like, haha, that's what you think. I'm catching you up. I'm coming in for a new beginning. I'm giving you my all. Is that not a song? I've just been healing. I've been taking my time. Damn it, I needed to. It was challenging. But now I'm coming in. Look, I'm giving you my all. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I'm giving you all my love. I'm giving you what you deserve. I'm giving you the ultimate happiness. Because not being able to give you that makes me really unhappy, depressed, lost. I'm sorry. Can you let me come in and change things? Passionately. I'm passionate about you. I couldn't see. I was confused. I was manipulated. Three aces now. Are we going to go for the 4 aces? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I'm very passionate about you now. I feel this person's always been very passionate about you, but there was definite confusion. Could have been family that was confusing them because 10 of Cups, or this person's very passionate about having a family with you. Even if it's just you and them being a family, dropping the burdens wherever they've been. 10-10, 10-10 could be significant. Yeah, coming in for a victory fast. Travelling towards you after discovering some kind of spell work. Secrets coming out. Spell work can just be confusion, illusion, manipulation. Could they have something to do with a Queen of Pentacles, a money grabber? that's my, again, I know it's upright, but I just, Queen of Pentacles, anyway, I've got my own language of the tarot. Somebody that was more focused on money than the love. That unfortunately this person didn't hold back from. So that's what whoever's saying here. They didn't hold back from this. Basically, they gave to the wrong person. You know what I mean? Like a high priestess in reverse. Yeah, look, it was nothing but conflict, fights, mind games. They were manipulated. Spell work. Magician in reverse. Manipulated. I said that before I pulled that. Yeah, now they're in balance. Now they can see clearly after pausing for reflection that a group was working against them. But I did say a work. Look, a group was working against them. Sneaky fuckers. In this case, the 70 words is, that's a sneaky group. A sneaky karmic group. So that can be a group of friends or family members. It feels like it's like a lover. It could be even a lover and their karmic family and their karmic friends. It's something shady anyway. Yeah, look, the moon. Secret's coming out. It's moon opposite Pluto right now is exposing these secrets. And again, about a King of Wands. So if you are this King of Wands, whether you're male or female, this is all going to make sense to you. I feel this is known. It's judgment day for whoever fucked over them. That's the truth. Truth and clarity. Or there will soon be truth and clarity. And remember, they don't call me crystal clear visions for no reason. I called myself that. Well, the divine gave me a meditation 10 years ago. But specifically 10 years ago, because it was the 10-year anniversary. But this might not happen yet for some. You know what I'm saying? I feel it has for most, but it might, or it could be happening very soon, you know. Feels like it's to do with the filming in Capricorn. I don't know if we need any more cards, but what have we got here? Yeah, look, it's been hard work. But you feel like home to this person that was attached to their ex. Wow, that's nuts, because that deck's sitting there, but these two were on the floor. I didn't notice that they weren't in it. So yeah, that's what it was. And that's, look, someone was attached to that. Someone was being manipulated by the past. I'm attached to my ex emotionally, physically, or spiritually. I need time to break this connection. I feel that's been broken. The spell has been broken. So again, it's like what was channeling when Neptune moves into Aries. The spell of Neptune and Pisces was, again, don't quote me on all of this, but I'm pretty sure it was about 15 years. I noticed what that meant for the people I've worked with and my own journey, and how differently people could have acted towards you, specifically twin flames. But, you know, because Pisces is unconditional love, magical, mystical, but the shadow side is confusion, illusion. And Neptune being the ruler of Pisces, if it feels lots of people could have been in an absolute confusing illusion for a very long time. A lot of it could have been to do with drink, because they keep pulling me always partying. Won't be for everyone. For specific people, some people could have actually had a drink problem. Look what I just picked up too. False pride, bullying, win at all costs, sneakiness, theft, gloating and plotting. 5 of Swords. But like that's the kind of energy that the karmic energy was in. So remember, thief came up. So it feels like a karmic energy was determined to sort of pull this person away from what was destined for them at a soul level. You know, this person might not have consciously been like, oh yeah, I'm breaking up a twin flame union, but it's like that was their mission. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. Right, okay, so I think we've had enough of the tarot, but I was in the mood for that. Again, I think it must be Mercury opposite Pluto was I was in the mood for digging deep. So, but like I said, if you're new around here and you want me to dig deep in depth to your own personal connection, you saw how deep I've went with whoever this is making sense to. And it can make sense to more than one couple. Now, I'm interested to see if that soon card comes out. What else can you tell us? Because this has already been an hour, so what can you tell us? And if you want to join us in the membership, Nathan has been, I was asking people for ideas for pick-a-cards, and Nathan had suggested, what was it again? Goddesses. I think it was goddesses or something. And so I done that last week, so that one's there. You could get that. And a pick-a-pile, and I'm going to do fairies, mermaids, and angels. So again, it's just good to get wee ideas, because I've got loads of different cards, and it's nice for you to have an input. So if you want to come and have an input, then join the membership, and you can get those wee. It's just like wee quick ones, or sometimes it might be longer. And I feel I'll be picking up the pace with the spontaneous ones going in there, because I've tidied up this bit at least. But I'm planning on tidying through my office too. See, so there might be something about you getting your mojo back, because I always feel, you know, when you've got loads of clutter like that around for quite a long time, that can actually be spell work too. Like that's, you know, I break spell work off of people, but you know, it's when you're stuck in, you know, that's when people are stuck in a bit of depression or a bit of like procrastination, or you can't move. Feels like they're trying to tell me that's what this masculine was stuck in. And now that I've tidied this table, it's like the equivalent of somebody getting their energy back. So however that resonates as a feminine or a masculine. What does this masculine want to say? Wow. Oh God. When I think about you, I cry. So yeah, I feel that's the energy of this person's upset because they're able to see what they couldn't see when it gets to this point. Need time to heal. Right now I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. Yeah, this person's having a lot of rude awakening moments, or this is where they were in the past. Bit the same card. So that's more feeling like it might be something somebody's worked through, but they're still very upset, but they're getting the feeling that it's time to move. They could have gaslit you, and I feel it would be influenced heavily by this karmic group. I've been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy, you're right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. That was the humbled card with the line. Spoiling you. I want to give you, these cards have been coming up a lot in the lives. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you gifts and trips and everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. That was all the 3 aces in a row. Right. Okay, so we got the Soon card. That's what I thought was going to happen. Let's see if we get the same twin flame union. What is coming out of here? Even if we don't, that's what come out. Yep, you've got a very psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond your words, so you'll know if you're a twin flame. Oh, someone's going to take a big bold leap with that Mercury and Leo. A courageous leap into the unknown. I feel rekindle, an old flame returns. See what I mean about dramatic communication? I feel this person could intuit, this is what I said, people could be intuitively sensing that we're about to go into Mercury retrograde in a couple of weeks, and even the pre-shadow, you know, at the start, well, basically in a couple of days. And really, I kept thinking it was tomorrow, but it's tomorrow or Tuesday, do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that's what I'm feeling. But it's more to do with actual, when it goes into the actual retrograde, someone's feeling this pull back to you. Because that's what about retrogrades are about too, rekindling, returning. It's not always a bad thing. If you've been waiting on somebody to come back from the past that you want, that's not an ex. Or if they are an ex, it was a twin flame, whatever. Like I said, I don't like the word an ex. Especially probably because look under that card, that's talking about a karmic person, about being attached to an ex. So it's quite nice to not be able to call somebody an ex that was a twin flame, but however it fits. Some of you obviously will, your ex will be your twin flame, so just take it however it resonates, but it's a time of rekindling. Yeah, look, someone's following their spirit soul path, a personal evolution in your relationship, because this person's awakened to a lasting love, that this is your true love. The time apart helped them do that about a third party. See what I mean? It's all tying in, isn't it? The separation and being pulled away by the copycat thief, that's what I'm going to call them, has actually helped this person realise that you're their true love and not whoever that was. So there's going to be a private getaway for 2 is calling you a rendezvous. Yeah, so you need to let go of the past though. Loving words hold great power. Someone's going to come in with very loving words. They want you to let go of the past, clear energy, allow more love in your life. So let go of whatever this is. We'll put them away. Bye-bye. Healing connection, that's getting it on clearly. Sacred union. Your romance will transform your life. Yeah, somebody saw through the masks of the false karmic person. You found your romantic counterpart, your life partner. Had to take its natural evolution. There's going to be some physical touch coming up soon. A tender touch means so much. This person feels like you're their best friend. The person they got involved with could have been to do work. That will just be for a handful of people. There could have been families created with these karmic energies, not going to lie, because that's what that card means to me. So, you know, there's complications for some, but either way, this person's got big plans, because I just saw proposal and marriage when I was shuffling, and then there's a twin flame union. But again, unexpected connection, opposites attract. I feel this person tried to convince themselves that you were too different in the past, and then other people added to that. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, now they're like, nah, you're my kingdom spouse, you're my twin flame, you're the only person I actually want to be with. Expect a call or a text in your personal interest. Shuffling the whole fucking deck here. A song of youthful playfulness. Burning desire, flames of passion ignite. Freedom. Yeah, look, this person's recognised. I pulled that last night. You know the soul that mirrors your own. This person's having a huge realisation that you're the one. Very soon your true love will arrive. Right, he's told me to stop there, but I'm not stopping completely. Oh, this is so annoying. I'm like, I just don't know what to use for the thumbnail. Right, I wanted to use these cards because lots of these there's way more to this deck, but what else is something specific that someone wants to say? That's why I like doing ones like this, right? These cards don't show up when I'm doing the face-to-face. So what have we got? We have, look at that. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure that out before. I now know that's true. Wait a minute. I know what to do. Where is that? That one. That's the one. Yeah. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure it out before. I now know that's true. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. Someone's going through an intense awakening about this. Because they've been lying to themselves. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. Well, fucking hell, we've just seen that. Being away from you hurts like hell. I didn't realise it'd be as difficult. So, letting you down was the worst decision I made. Yeah, see what I mean about like that just blows my mind when I've had these cards for years. Like, what, 3 years, 4 years? And it's 3 years anyway, and I don't use them a lot, and that's exactly what we just saw. This person let you down and they made a bad decision. I think they chose the wrong person. Well, they definitely did choose, basically they definitely did choose the wrong person, right? But they were meant to choose that person to learn the lessons that they learned. But they feel like they chose the wrong person when it came to you and them. It hurts like hell. They didn't know it was going to be as difficult. So, reading between the lines, if they didn't think it was going to be that hard to let you down, they could have let you down in quite a brutal way. Because they didn't, they weren't awakened. So this is what you've got to take on board as well. That's why people like the skills and experience that I've got of years and years and years, and it's not just a couple of years, it's not even just 5 years, it's 10 years helping people and being on this journey over 20 years. I can really help people with these difficult situations. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. But this person's going through a difficult time. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been if I had chose you instead of what they chose. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world. Lost, awakening. I still feel connected to you, but I've waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? Wow. This person's coming in anyway. No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated what you had until you were gone. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings yet. So there's clearly something that's happened here, that this person's judged you wrong, they've made the wrong decision, heavily influenced by others, could have been heavily influenced by a partying lifestyle, by the devil, karmic energies, whatever that means. Let's see if gossip comes out. Oh, fuck. It's not gossip. And it fell on the floor, which I could... Oh, shit. Whoa. Wait a minute. I'm going to pause. And we're still filming. That's hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's not... That's symbolic of the karmic energies annoyed. Look. You're telepathically talking to each other because that one's still sitting there. I hurt my arm there too. I'm going to end this because I think that's a bit wobbly. Yeah, that falling over, that is symbolic of the energies that don't like that they're being rumbled. So take note of that. Freedom, yeah. Look, they've been rumbled and they don't like that the bird is flying free. Moving on and letting go. The karmic energies have lost grip. When the teacher is ready, the student will appear. I said that on literally the last live stream a couple of nights ago. This person's learned their karmic lessons. they're listening to the ancestors. That's the one that just fell on the ground that made me... So the ancestors aren't happy, because that's what made me drop this. Also, I feel the 4th and the 28th of August are significant dates. Archangel Raziel, wisdom, inspiration, Akashic records. That's what I'm tapping into right now. 4th and the 28th of October. Yeah, this person's taking considered action, looking forward. They're moving forward fast, I would say, after a time of healing. Look, this person's... That's that King of Wands that's been healing. Change the gender where you want it, but it's fitting with the story. And that's... because look, there is a woman in that one, so however it fits. Yes, this person's been listening to the divine. In an emotional desert without you, could feel connected to the nature spirits there. They've went through a difficult time, currents of emotion. Again, this is always my card. I feel people could have chose money over the spiritual transformation, but now they realise that this soul contract, this twin flame union is more important than whatever they picked in the past. They had to take the wrong route to realise the right route. Look, but they're so happy now they've realised. And also 15's the devil card, although it doesn't fit with the wording, but this person's so happy that they've now realised who you are. That's what the message is, what this is. They've learned the karmic lesson. They're putting the gossips behind them. People, look, see what I mean? Look at those cards together. Beneath the surface, hidden truth, something unknown. Whatever, this was very malicious gossip, spell work, manipulation, a hidden truth that's coming to light. And again, this really could be real time for a lot of people, because like what I've explained about a million times about Mercury and Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius. And they picked me as the divine channel to expose whoever makes sense of the story, because I was born with that placement. And mines don't fuck about, because I've got Pluto and Scorpio opposite my Mercury and Taurus. You know what I mean? That's going to dig right down the deep, down to the bottom of the surface, to expose the attachment. The desperate attachment that was lying to hold on to somebody, that confused and manipulated this person. Many choices, uncertainty. That's what this person was stuck in for a long time. But now they've got the mental clarity. Wow. They're coming up from the depths of hell, releasing the difficulty. Tower moment, big, shocking, amazing one though. Look. Completion, rewards, yeah. That's what I can see they couldn't see before. Look. But they are, now they see that they're a prophet. You know what I mean? Decisions, predictive guidance. Like they couldn't see. The attachment was blocking their ability to see. But their guides have their guides, guardian angels, spirit family, the twin flamed higher self, so that could be you or your twin flame guiding you out the dark. Right. And you can see how this table quickly gets a mess over how quickly boom, boom, boom the messages out. But let's see. We'll get some last messages from the masculine deck, because I found a few of these kicking about, so I'll be able to tell you if it's anyone's. See, I don't know what it is about 1 hour 17 minutes, but whenever I do these big long meaty ones, they seem to like 1 hour 17 minutes or like 1 hour 20 minutes. So we'll see if that happens whenever I do these. But what have we got? But I'm going to try and do wee 15-minute ones. So I might go back to doing the Venus and the Mars ones that I used to do. But I'll have to decide. If I do them, I might put them on the membership, to be honest. Just on the first level. So if you join the first level, because that's a lot of energy on top of what I'm already doing. But I might put a few of them out in public. I don't know. I'll decide. I want to treat you the way you deserve. That's the same as I want to spoil you cards and all the other ones. I've been manifesting you. I've been working on myself. And I'm not the same as before. See that, right? I've been manifesting you. That can be that this person's been consciously manifesting you since they've discovered all this. But for people where this is coming to light now or soon, this person's going to wake up and realise, oh my God, I've been manifesting them the whole time, because I dream about them. I see signs of them. I can't get them out of my head. You know, like the psychic connection. So however that fits. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as before. I fantasise about it yet, just backing up what I just said. They're feeling passionate. That's the warden's energy that was coming in. When I'm with you, I can't think straight, act weird and crazy because I want you so bad. You're just so gorgeous to me. And I need to tell you the truth. Yeah. So again, this person actually might be telling you something like, look, I'm sorry, I went the other direction because that person didn't fuck me up like you did. I thought it was something bad the way that I felt like I thought, how the fuck am I ever going to be able to have any kind of serious connection with them? And that's what they do with me. But now they're realising it's because it's a good thing. They're in love with you. I want to make things right. Now that I've realised that I should have fought for you, yeah. Like it's come through. I chose the wrong path. And I'm frustrated with myself for doing that. I'm still healing, but I want to heal with you now. If you'll hear me out. Channeling this person. And she knows, yeah, she knows about us. How can she not? You're the one I want. I'm being careful. I have to do it the right way. Well, in this case, I wouldn't always say this, but it kind of like, you know, whoever the she is, it kind of doesn't matter because she is like, I want to say she knows she's been rumbled, you know, however it fits. I'm processing, working out what to do, what to say. Let me message you. I keep hoping to bump into you wherever you go. And I've been watching, admiring your socials, admiring your pictures. Yeah, I'm realising, I know I blocked our union. I know I'm really blocking myself. So, yeah. Again, feels like this person was in denial and now they're owning up. Can you hear how loud that music is? Well, we've been apart. I've been learning who I am. I really have changed. And I want you to know that you can count on me to do the right thing. I'm ready for commitment. I was selfish and stuck in ego before. So I chose people that were selfish and stuck in egos, third parties. You know what I mean? It was easier. But now I realise I've been manifesting you the whole time. So very, very soon, I will arrive and I'm your true love and I'm in love with you. That's cool the way that came out. And whoever that was anyway, they'll never compare to you. And I'm ready. I will leave my partner. It's been over since I met you. Trust me to do it this way. Oh my God, guys, that's really dramatic with the way that just came out. So, yeah. Again, I'm telling you, it's astrology today is intense. I'm sorry I lied to you. I was wrong. Admitting that now, I was a fool for hurting you. Hurting you hurts me. I'm a dick. Because I always change that card to I'm a dick. So if you like feel better, you say fool. But I'm taking my time. This person has been taking their time. Now, believe me or not, they're speeding up. This time, I want to do things right. That's why I don't want to rush things and risk losing you altogether. I want it to be right. But this person might want to take their time with you when they come forward because they don't want to hurt you again. They're angry at themselves and they're grateful for you. Thank you for being my best friend. Even when I've pushed you away, nobody knows me like you do. So let's just relax. I've been holding on to the memories. I'm healing. I hate silence between us, but it's where I do my deepest healing, and I've had enough of that. I hate seeing you with them. I keep seeing the potential of you moving on, and I can't have that to happen because I know that we've got a soul connection, and I promise I'll make it right. I promise I'll make it happen. You have to trust me. Yeah, I'm jealous when I think about... I get jealous when I think about you with other people. It makes me angry because it's my fault you're spending time with them, not me. I feel like a total dick. I'm very interested. I really don't care even though I don't show it. Yeah, and I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. It's come through the whole thing and it's upset me. I cry sometimes. I've shed tears over connection from 2 decks. I'm lost. Nobody gets me or understands me but you. I feel so alone. I'm afraid I walked away but I intend to come back. My concern is will you be there when I do? I was running from myself. You're always on my mind. And you see me. You see the real me. That's why I struggle sometimes to look in the eyes. You see right into my soul and that makes me vulnerable. And again, they didn't, so I chose them. They just keep telling me to say that because I know it will speak to some of you. We're meant to be together and I'll wait for as long as it takes for a shot with you. With this card, I always say the same thing. It feels like this person's aware. It could take a while for you to trust them again. You know what I mean? But they're willing to put in that time because they're afraid they lost you forever. They're understanding, they're awakening. I'm facing my truths, going within to be a better person. I know I have a purpose here and I want to be able to work on that. And I ran because I wasn't ready for you. You're worth more than I let on. Yeah, this person wasn't ready for you. So they chose things that weren't scary, you know what I mean? I want to reach out, but I don't know how now that I've awakened. I'm scared you'll reject me like I rejected you. Please forgive me. Makes me feel physically sick when I think about how much pain and suffering I've caused you. I'm sorry for treating you that way. It was wrong. You didn't deserve that. Please forgive me. I'm on my way to try and get through to you because I wish you were here with me or I wish I was there with you. But ultimately, I'm on my way. I'm changing. I don't want to be with anyone else, so I'm releasing myself from karmic ties. Yeah. And I'm waking up. I see signs about you in a situation, it freaks me out sometimes how accurate they are. Yeah, this person's waking up. They're on their way. Again, this can be literally on their way, but this can be on their way, on their healing journey. They're on the way to you. They're making progress. Like I said, just, you know, go about your day, take what resonates, leave the rest. That was fucking ages, but all I know is it must be important. And yeah, see you tomorrow anyway. Cannot believe it's Monday again tomorrow, but yeah, see you tomorrow and see you later. Book a session if you need me. This week I'm only available for Zoom sessions Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday I'm available for one-to-one Zoom sessions. And then I'll be back doing the live stream on the Friday night. Yeah, but I'm taking time off for myself on Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah. Okay, because I think I think I'm actually doing a bit of, no, it's not so much babysitting, but I think I'm going to see my nieces for a wee bit on Thursday, I think it is, but whatever it is. But anyway, all I know is I'm taking Wednesday, Thursday off because that's the part of my chart when I'm more tired. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. This will take ages now to upload, but you'll see it at some point. And yeah, see you later.